So I got you people. Now this goes out to all your foreign man, Western man, European man that go to these other countries like Thailand, Southeast Asia, especially the Philippines, because the Philippines not only speak their language, they speak English, and it's more easier for people to communicate with the Filipino people. So I ran into this channel and this paragraph on the Filipino Peace Community channel, right? Because I'm always looking, and I was, just like to read or watch anybody's video. And I ran into this paragraph about this young man. Well, I don't know how old is he, I just say young. So it's good that he's young, right? If he's young. But anyway, he's pleading to the Filipino P to try to hook him up with a Filipina. You believe that? And I gotta put out his name because it was already out there. It's not gonna make a difference. So the guy that's pleading the Filipino P to give him some help on his search for a partner or a woman, his name is Richard Leclerc, right? That's all I gotta say. Richard Leclerc pleaded the Filipino P to get a partner, right? Now I don't know what the people think, that the Filipino P can make miracles. I know she brings out information, but she's no social worker, no counselor, no social connector, or put people together, things like that. I don't know why people think like that. She's like everybody else, trying to make a living, trying to make ends meet, doing YouTube, right? And it's not to take it seriously, like the information is actually factual, right? She's just trying to put information out so she can get paid and pay bills like everybody else. But this guy, right, Richard Leclerc, wrote this paragraph for her. So I'm gonna have to read it for you because I wasn't gonna put it just up. So he says, from the Philippine community, that's where I found it at Miss P, even call her Miss P. But Miss P is not only a Miss P, right? I'm sure she had men's out there, and she's just another. She probably had, her boyfriend or whatever. But she's a nice looking lady, I say so. And I'm sure she's already tired of her, people telling her the same thing, right? And she's probably laughing right now. So he's telling her, the Filipino P, greetings from New York City. This guy had to be from New York, right? Well, he could have been from Europe too. But anyway, I am interested in moving to the Philippines, and I would like to know if there is a site that you recommend for meeting a girl. So he's asking, I am interested in moving to the Philippines, and I would like to know if there is a site that you recommend for meeting and getting to know Filipinas pre-move, because he's gonna move to the Philippines, and he's asking the Filipino P if she knows a site. Come on, you as a man should know what site you should go. You go on social media, you can meet millions of persons all over the world. You don't have to ask permission from somebody else to get you somebody you probably want to connect with, I don't see the logic in this, So next he says, I have tried a few dating sites with little to no success. Ideally, I would like to establish a connection with a Filipina. You want to establish a connection and you need another Filipina to connect you to another Filipina? Oh man, these guys. People, you gotta stop being desperate, man. That's why when you go out there to these countries, to Thailand, Southeast Asia, basically the Philippines is known as scams, right? Scammers. They scam everybody. It's normal to them, and suckering these foreign men from Europe or from the West that go there seeking a partner, you're not gonna make it, because the way you sound and the way you present yourself, nobody's gonna like a man that is desperate for that pussycat. All Filipinas know already that that's what you want. That's what you probably going to ask for. That's what you're gonna get, cause that's what they offer, and they know that's what you like. You know, and that's what you're desperate for, and they're gonna tell you everything you like and everything you want to hear of those dreams you're looking for, right? So that's what they're gonna tell you, to sucker you in so you can be an ATM. But anyway, that's the guy, you know, that's writing this. He also says, I recently retired and I will have a very decent pension, SSA, and a 401k. Now, why would you say that and write that in a paragraph in somebody's community channel so that everybody could read? Obviously, you don't know how to present yourself as a man looking for a lady, a woman, or girl. You're already steady presenting yourself as a man that you can do for her, and whatever, you know, action speaks louder than words. And right now, what you're just saying, that you can't do nothing for her but present her with your finances, right? With what you're gonna retire for, that you got a decent retirement. So that's what she's gonna gravitate to your pension and your finances. She's gonna not like you as a man, but as a bank account, and a free one too, because you don't have to pay interest. Oh man, these guys these days, and these guys are from Europe and New York City, and as I read that the name Richard Leclerc is either French or Italian. So wow, that's not good for other people. So a comfortable lifestyle is on the table. So he's offering a Filipina Simisa a comfortable lifestyle if she ever goes for him. I don't know if she's gonna commit to him or marry him, and if she does, she's not worried about, you know, his feelings or anything. All she's worried about that she's gonna give him a comfortable lifestyle, like he just said, right? Let me read it again. I have a very decent pension, so a comfortable lifestyle is on the table. That's all he had to offer, a comfortable lifestyle on the table. So I don't know if he smokes, drinks, fat, skinny, crippled, you know, all kinds of stuff come with that, you know, because that's why he's putting his finance. He's not putting himself first, you know. Why can he bring, you know, give a comfort, happiness, you know, take it out? But, you know, he mentioned money. I guess that's the only thing he has to offer, money. So that's his prerogative, his decision. If I can meet a wonderful lady, come on, all Filipinas are wonderful, all women are wonderful, right? I love the channel, and you, wow. I thought he was looking for a lady, now he's telling he loves the channel and he loves the Filipino P. I don't know, it sounds confusing there. And you are a beautiful and hardworking girl. Now he calls her a girl, before he called her Mrs., and now he calls her a girl. Whether she a Mrs. or she's a little girl. Richard, wake up your mind. Is she a miss or she's a little girl? Right? And then he says cheers at the end. You know? That's why these people get sucker in the Philippines. Because we got desperate men that go out there and they put themselves out there with their finance instead of just dating the girl and going out and having a good time. You know, the Filipinos know that these foreigners, expats, gotta leave back home. There's no permanent stay, and there's no work for foreigners, because foreigners are not allowed to work in the Philippines. Only if you own a business and you have a business, and you cannot hire foreign people. Only you're gonna have to hire, the majority's gotta be Filipinos, right? It's gotta be 60 Filipinos and 40 you know, expat nationals or whatever. But it's usually, you never see no foreign man working out there or woman in the Philippines unless you go there to work and you have a working permit. Other than that, foreigners are not allowed to work. So people, you are getting suckered because that's what you're a simp, you desperate for a woman, and you go out there, and these people already know, these Filipinos already know that you're desperate for a woman. And if you want that pussycat and you want these Filipinos to shower you that you look nice, that you handsome, of course, they tell everybody. Doesn't matter how ugly, how pretty you look, they always gonna say that you're handsome no matter what. And I think that, you know, men's, like women, they like that because I think either no European lady or Western woman ever told an American or European man that you're a handsome man. But in the Philippines, to them, every foreigner, every expat is a handsome person. It's a handsome man, you know? And you know what they call suckers over there? When a Filipino says, yeah, I got a good man. You know what is a good man to them means? Yeah, I got a sucker with me. You know, and once I finish with him, I'm going to introduce you. That's what they do. All these Filipinos, they got a plan. They introduce you to all their families so they could watch you. And if you ever need something, you could go to my good man, right? My handsome man. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, I got a good man. If you ever need something, you can come to me and I can arrange for my good man to finance your whatever needs you need, you know, medication, pay your bills, your life. But that's what they do. And they're going to have to throw a party every weekend and invite the family and invite you to places that you don't even want to go, that you're not even interested of going. But why? Because you want to please her. You want to go and pay for everybody and make yourself like feel like you're doing something great. No, the only thing great you're doing is throwing your money away, and then you're going to cry that everybody ghosted you and left you and took you as a sucker. Then you're going to make videos how the Filipina took you and scammed you. But you was the one that put all your finances up front first. So that's why I don't care when I hear these things that they're being scammed, these Europeans are being scammed, because you are scamming yourself. Right? You don't have nobody to blame. It's a Filipino asked you for money and you gave it to them. You did it at your own free will, at your own free risk. And you cannot ask what she did with the money because you gave it to her, you know? When you give something, you got to give it willingly. And you cannot ask what she did with it. Because once that money leaves your hands, you know, it's for her to do whatever she wants to. She give it to her family, to her boyfriend. And definitely she got a boyfriend. You know how many Filipinas out there have 2 to 3 children from different Filipino, the pony? They already know. Before you got to her, all these ponies already got these girls pregnant with 2 or 3 kids, and you're gonna go out there to finance that pony's kids, you know? Stop being a fool, man. Use your intelligence, you know, not your knowledge, because knowledge is something you gain and you learn. Use your intelligence, know how to solve problems, and know when somebody's taking advantage of you. But anyway, Mr. Richard Leclerc, you know, as you're looking for somebody to connect you, if you love the Filipino piece so much, let her help you and let her get her army of Filipinas line up and take all your finance. With that, I let you go and you think about that. Don't go out there and be a fool and be a desperate man. With that, I let you go and you think about that.